drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. This the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Found on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Campbell making the catch. Space to maneuver at the 40. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Here's Campbell, 74 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
At the 26-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Colts' 24-yard line.
Henry.
Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Titans
on 1st down. It's Henry, and this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll run with Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 13 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
These two teams all tied after one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Eason.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
On second down. It's Hines. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Taylor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, Jacob Eason.
This one into the hands of Burton. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to say.
He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Steps away to his left. The open man is Smith. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry as the first half is winding down, and the Titans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Fielded in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
First down carry for Henry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And that is no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Shit, it ain't over with, man.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing.
This shit ain't over with.
Talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away. Maybe
Man, I've been trying to pass these motherfuckers since I started. I was like, I was getting my ass whooped. Dude told me, stop goddamn throwing the ball. You got Henry. I didn't even think about this shit.
The Colts take over first and 10. At their
The Colts come to the
Damn,
line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines.
I need that goddamn.
Second down.
Certainly
I need that goddamn
his
pass,
first
dude.
read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. Eason, he's got Jack Doyle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun is Eason.
Catch made here by Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Eason, and he's got it.
Yes.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Step, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jacob Eason
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts able to get this back with it, a touchdown.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, 70 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
This will make it into the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. He's at the 50. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game. We're going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They'll let Taylor try and run.
They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line.
No.
Oh, mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches.
Shit,
and the
that was
two-point
good.
attempt is turned aside.
Oh, shit, that was fun.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Stay your ass out the goddamn. Come on, man.